house where the pixies live, if a thing is fanciful, detailed, or mysterious, it is most likely also cherished. If the thing is also old and handcrafted, well, such things are magical. It could be an old book whose printed words stomp across delicately aged paper and whose pages have only traces of the original gold gilding left upon them, having lost their once clean straight edges to the curious fingers that have lovingly caressed them throughout their life. Or it could be a toy loved by their grandfather when he was just a boy, or a family of teddy bears who have been through the wars with the same little boy and now live comfortably on a shelf where they can participate in the play still without losing a bit of their stuffing. Or it might be a snow globe found at a second-hand store that called to the pixies with its mysteriously aged patina and its fairy-light snow that drifts over an enchanting little scene captured in the water. Snow globes are intriguing no matter what age you are. A combination of diorama trapped in a circular glass ball that when shaken creates a flurry of snow over whatever is trapped within. Something in our souls seems drawn to this simple little piece of kitsch, and particularly at Christmas time. Maybe because it seems as if it's a portal into a place and time that if we squint hard enough just might be real. And for a moment, as we watch the snow fall, it almost seems as if it were possible to be drawn into the little scene oneself. Which is exactly what lit the imagination of Erwin Percy as he worked to complete the task of creating a source of focused light for a client who was a surgeon. His workspace was covered with the tools of his detailed trade, one where he created surgical instruments for individual doctors. This surgeon already had electric lights for his surgery, but found he needed more concentrated light for the precise work he needed to perform. Percy was a skilled inventor and had thought that by improving on the traditional shoemaker's light, a glass bulb filled with water that was placed in front of a candle, resulting in a directed glow of light, he might be able to affect the lighting conditions needed by the surgeon. So off he went to his workshop, where he created a water-filled glass bulb in which to place a light. But there was no real concentration of the light from this alone. Perhaps, he mused, if he were to add metal shavings and fine bits of glass to the water to disperse and reflect the light better, it would be the answer. But both simply sank lazily to the bottom of the globe, remaining useless. However, all was not lost, as in that moment, watching the flakes and glass bits float down to the base, a tiny spark leapt to life in Percy's imagination. He had always been captivated by toys and toy making. And in this moment he saw not pieces of metal, but a flurry of delicate snowflakes falling inside a world all of its own. It was magical. Now, completely distracted by his own wonder, the toolmaker hurriedly looked about for something more snow-like to replace the metal flakes, and hit upon some white semolina used in the making of baby food. Carefully, he scooped the grain into the water globe and sealed it before giving it a shake once again. The snow drifted whimsically through the encapsulated little world, and Percy knew exactly what the landscape of his little environment needed to bring it to life. He skillfully fashioned a replica of the famous Baroque Maria Zell Basilica, a pilgrimage church in Austria, and placed it inside the water and snow-filled globe, nestling it on a gypsum base he had painted a mysterious black, and gave the completed globe to his friend to see what he thought. The friend, who owned a souvenir shop, found it charming and immediately ordered more of the globe so he could sell them in his own shop. And just like that, an industry was born. It wasn't that Erwin Percy invented the water globe. After all, there are records of one most likely designed by Leonhard Turnheiser, an alchemist at Brandenburg Glassworks, in the late 1500s that contained birds which floated. Also, the Paris Universal Exposition of 1878 had displayed a water globe featuring a man with an open umbrella sheltering him from an unexpected snow powder flurry, and in 1889 again at the Paris Exposition, a globe that fit in the palm of the hand had a miniature Eiffel Tower in honor of the new 1,063-foot one that stood at the entrance of the World's Fair. One of these little souvenirs still resides in the Bergstrom Mahler Museum of Glass in Neenah, Wisconsin. So no, Percy had not been the inventor, but he was a visionary, and after patenting his form of the snow globe, he and his brother Ludwig opened their first factory and began to create the globes in a larger quantity than had ever been done before. While Ludwig attended to the business side of things, Irwin crafted and designed the globes. The Persey factory, which is run today by Irwin Persey III, has designed and delivered enchanting specialty snow globes to foreign dignitaries, royalty, American presidents, and individuals around the world, as well as creating and selling their own globes still. The Austrian firm provided the snow globe, which so famously dropped from Titan Charles Kane's hand and shattered as he whispers Rosebud before dying in Citizen Kane. The Vienna shop produces over 200,000 globes each year, which is only a fraction of the now giant snow globe market. After an American, Joseph Garaja, patented his improved design for a water globe paperweight in 1927, he revolutionized the industry by constructing the globes underwater to assure the liquid filled the globes entirely. When William Snyder of New Jersey jumped on the snow globe train in 1930 with a souvenir globe you could buy for a mere $1, about $18 in today's economy, snow globes went from pricey to approachable even for the average Joe. Snyder built his Atlas Crystal Works and earned 2 patents on his own improvements to the snow globe. By the 1940s, just about anything and everything could be captured inside a glass, water-filled globe and subjected to periodic snowstorms. When Kitty Foyle was released in 1940, and the public got a gander at the flashback scene, which featured a little girl on a sled in a snow globe, sales of snow globes jumped 200%. Even wartime iconography suddenly found itself in a snowstorm, with saluting soldiers alongside Disney characters, Christmas themes, religious themes, and national parks, and so on. Over the years, glycol has been added to the water to slow the flitter inside, which is the name the industry has given to the snow. The snow itself has gone from crushed marble, chipped bone, and ground rice to wax and plastic in most combinations. The world of kitsch is now populated with snow globes, highly collectible and perfectly enchanting moments caught by a bit of bad weather in a globe filled with water, a mysterious portal to the imaginations of children of all ages. Thank you for watching today's video advent calendar opening. We hope you will join us tomorrow for day 10's door opening. Please consider liking, commenting, and sharing with friends and family if you found our content entertaining or informative. Now go stir up a snow flurry in a fanciful world and get lost inside the wonder for even a few moments today, and we'll see you tomorrow.